I'm here. What's up? Hello, everybody. I hope you had a great Halloween weekend. How's it going? How's it going? Did you guys do something fun? Did you go trick-or-treating? Ooh, Whitey Borg, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you, thank you. My shower was good. My shower was good. It was cutting a bit too close though. But right after the stream, I have to run to one of my family dinner because my family is like terrible at organizing things and telling you in advance when something's happening. So they just call me like 2 hours before a dinner and they're like, yo, can you be there tonight? I'm like, okay, fine. I guess. I was planning to stream, but I guess I'll end it early. Yeah, this will be clipped so you can watch it later, Andrew. So, okay, be real quick before we start on the VShojo stuff, because there's a few videos we need to watch and they're kind of long. Today there was this thing that happened, and it's pretty big. Sell us the shower water, please, Rima Delphine. I already drained it, but next ones, yeah, we could do some Rima bath water at one point. All right, so Zandu here, believed to be Ike Eveland, which, if you guys have been following the whole Reimu, Mary FD thing, made a tweet yesterday. Wait, I'll pull up the tweet actually, because I wasn't streaming when that happened. This might be relevant. So, he tweeted yesterday, I've been away for a while. With time and distance, I've been able to process what I experienced and better understand why it affected me so deeply. That situation was not something I could continue in. And stepping away was necessary to protect my well-being and begin healing. I'm grateful for the support and understanding from the community, and I've been focusing on positive connections and rekindling old friendships. So, what people are speculating here is that him talking, about, he needed time and distance. He's been able to process what he experienced. It sounds like he's talking about a negative experience, probably at Nijisanji, and perhaps, because he was bullied and doxxed, as Barry's document put it, he might be referring to that. We don't know exactly, but that's what people are believing from reading this post. And then he says here, I'll be joining an old friend for some games tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST, and I'm looking forward to a calm and comfortable time together. People were speculating that this person might be Doki Bird, but they were like speculating this as some kind of joke. Like, no one actually believed it, but it turns out they were like hopeful that that would be the case, and turns out it is her. And she announced today that she was doing a collab with him. Fairy and Pink, holy 2 months! Thank you so much for the 2 months, Fairy and Pink. I've been great. I hope you've been great as well. Happy belated Halloween. My Twitter always bugs out now. Alright, so Doki's tweets here. Today's stream might come as a surprise for a lot of people. Zandu reached out to me a few days ago and we privately reconnected. We had a long and honest talk and he apologized for how things were back then. It meant a lot to me. Do you guys realize the signification of this? he was one of the 3 livers that were in the black screen that spoke against Doki. And they had a talk, and he apologized for it. So he was probably regretful of it. And seems like Doki accepted it. She continues to say he didn't know if he could come back to the public or if he could come back online after everything that happened, and that is completely understandable. Like, wow, you know, I'm blown away. I wanted to give him a calm and safe space to say hi again and show him that he is loved and feel the support that is still here for him from those who care. This is not a return stream or anything like that, just a gentle moment to spend time together. He will not have his POV on, but he wanted to say a few words and just be here for a little while. Please be kind in chat and let us enjoy this time together. So this is one of the friends Ike mentioned he was probably reconnecting with. Whatever you do, don't feed the rats. Well, the rats are being fed right now. I mean, what people are speculating from this post is that, oh, you know, he might have been pressured into doing the black screen after all, since clearly he regrets it, or he was influenced into doing the black screen. Maybe he got, like, not the whole picture. Maybe they gave him different info. Other people are just saying, you know, he experienced something similar, so now he believes her. We can't really know the truth, but for sure, this is a huge, huge, huge moment for Doki Bird, and there's an immense signification behind this collab, and I'm so, so happy that they are collaborating and reconnecting together. This might be like one of the most positive news we've had in a while in the VTubing space. I'm gonna drink some water, but I'm reading your comments in chat. Yeah, the world is healing. Yeah, W character growth. There was something else. There was... Oh, here. Fortnite Mondays. This is the waiting room for it. Zonda will not have a POV and just going to hang out with us on my stream. Next, let's get into the VShojo stuff. So, oh, this is my Twitter, lol. Let me pull up my notes. All right, so this is a clip that actually was released on September 1st, so it's been like 2 months, but I feel like it's good context for the rest of the segment, so we should watch it, and then I'll walk you through the new development in regards to VShojo. Doki has been out there rebuilding bridges since she's been back. She is the GOAT. Yeah, she is. And recently she also made a tweet saying how she's been like kind of depressed and going through a tough time lately, stretching herself out, and she finally, you know, got the energy to clean her room and stuff. And it's inspired a lot of people to show also progress of their room, which was great. Yeah. The thing is, though, he says he's sorry for the black screen, but would he still be if it wasn't so badly received? Well, I think he's mostly sorry for the black screen, because from Barry's document, we can sort of deduce that he's also been through workplace harassment and bullying. Wait, what is going on with my YouTube thing? Hey, Cha! Yeah, the VShojo situation is... From what Matara has been hinting, it seems like it's only the beginning of a big storm. Am I gonna lag? Anyway, I'm gonna turn off the background music so we can start on this clip.
I am not ready to say goodbye to August at all. To the point of I can't believe, like, I'm thinking back about what was happening at this time in my life last year, and now I cannot believe a year has passed. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of this year is just kind of lost to time for me because it was so much lawyers, so much legal stuff. I would finish up a call with lawyers and be too upset to stream, right? I didn't want to show up on stream and say something, and I obviously couldn't really talk about why there was lawyers and why things were happening, and it was not good. And it was not good for a bit, and like I said, I'm good now, but I did not want to stream and be in a bad mood and be mean, and you know, the worst part about everything is nobody else was dealing with what I was dealing with yet. So
this is kind of like the important like specifications.
even if I did tell, you know, some of the other members some of what was happening with me, for a lot of them it's like, okay, I'll keep an eye out. Or thank you for telling me, but you know, hasn't happened to me, which I do not, you know, that's normal, right? And then at some points, I just felt like I was so crazy because every day.
See, like, it's not that she didn't tell anybody, even when she known, is that she did, but they were all, you know, going through different stuff or didn't had it happen to them yet. Charlie shocked her son's dog, stole the VShojo charity money, and brought a plague upon our houses. Yeah, she's behind everything, Charlie.
There would be stuff with my stuff, right, where we would be having lawyer calls and I would be getting ghosted and things would not be moving along, and I would be so frustrated. But I can't tell you on stream because I'm a for doing that, right? Like, how dare I? I'm breaking confidential things by saying, you know,
by decree,
just be more patient, you know, like they're working hard kind of thing. And even at a certain point when I'm talking to the other girls, right, like it's...
No one believed. Yeah, no one believed her. Isn't that wild? And when they announced her graduation, do you guys remember her, like, the wording on it was weird, as if she had gotten fired. So, like, we're getting some context on all of this now.
I want all our conversations to be me complaining about. So it was a really isolating time. And you know the worst part of it all? I think they could have maybe gotten away with it. But yeah, it's just, I'm glad that things are changing and things are moving, but I'll feel better when I think more time passes. But it's gonna take me a little bit, you know? I'm doing great. Again, I'm resilient. I'm getting through anything, but I still remember on stream where people would be like, oh, but you're good, right? I'd be like, I'm good with the talent. And people like, oh, but you're good with you know, I'm like, I'm good with the talent. Read the side again. I don't know what else to tell you.
That's crazy. She was dropping so many hints. Your house on fire. Mine's not, so no problem. Yeah, kind of. They might still, Gunrun is still free. You mean for the NDA? We'll see. I don't know how he's gonna be able to sue them. She said that she had gotten fired in her stream after that she was fired. Oh, okay.
And it's just, I'm glad that things are moving. And sorry, I have tears in my eyes. I'm just glad that things are moving, and it sucks that things happen the way they did, but I'm glad people see what I was dealing with, and I'm not glad that people are dealing with it, but it's basically my word versus you know, the big boys. So
yeah,
who are you gonna trust, right? And I'm just happy that, yeah. But I think it's gonna be a while, and I know that I'll be in a better place. And again, like, I'm talking to the girls about a lot of projects. I have a lot of ideas for conventions and other things that I want to do. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff we want to do and a lot of things we want to try. But it's just, it's going to be a bit. I definitely have a little bit of a shorter fuse at the moment. I have a harder time, like, bouncing back. I was telling Junie about this, like, usually if something kind of bad happens, I bounce back pretty quickly. And I've noticed I've just been having like a slightly harder time bouncing back quickly at the moment. So, but that's normal. That happens. I talk about things on my time, right? Like when the situation happened, everybody wanted like people to talk about it right away. And again, I'm working on a visa for the States, so I absolutely am not trying to say anything that will, you know, get me in legalities or anything. So I wanted to take my time with that and all this stuff.
I thought she already lived in the States.
But yeah, I'm really excited for things to kind of even out and normalize, and for me to have a lot more stuff kind of like under wraps and things planned out and figured
Canadian,
out.
Really?
And yeah, I can't believe, basically this whole speech to say, I can't effing believe we're in August. I don't really understand where all the time went. And when I think back about like all the lawyer stuff because right, like I was getting into calls with lawyers all the time. I, you know, have a very big legal fee because stuff was going on. And that's another thing that like people aren't talking about, right? Let's say theoretically, in theory, certain streamers talked about being owed money. Theoretically. Right?
Wait, what? Wait, what did she say about owed money? I missed that. She speaks French Canadian? Really? She really doesn't have the accent at all.
And that's another thing that like people aren't talking about, right? Let's say theoretically, in theory, certain streamers talked about being owed money.
Yeah.
Theoretically, right?
Yeah.
You have to remember that you have to add on lawyer fees into that, which are not cheap. And then you have to remember that, right, if you've had a call with the lawyer and you're finding out something really horrendous, not everybody is able to like shake that off and stream right away. Like not me. I take a bit to shake things off like that. So yeah, there was just so much like that we don't really think about that went into it. Okay, Beasel, I say this with love. Go watch Iron Mouse's video about VShojo if you're curious. I think that's gonna start you off at a good point. I know you said you didn't know all this stuff and it's been all like, when you have time tonight, my love, go watch Iron Mouse's video and you'll get a TLDR. I don't want to say anything even though some things have been said because, you know, yeah, there's a lot of this stuff that you know, we think about like, oh, it's a hard time, but it's more than that, right? Like if you're going through something and then you're not able to perform at your work the same way, if you're stressed out, if you're like I was really stressed out, and you know, my family was there for me and stuff, but I wasn't very pleasant. I cried a lot, all that. Ugh,
Why do I have an alarm at 5 p.m.?
But yeah, I'm still trying to get out of like being reclusive. I'm kind of the friend that always reaches out to people, but I felt like I couldn't keep reaching out to people because I was just so worried that I was just gonna complain. And then my friends were reaching out to me, but I was then worried that all I would talk about is that. So I didn't want to be the person that like complains about the same thing over and over and over again. But yeah. Oh, that felt nice. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. I mean, you have no choice, right? You're just listening to my yapping, but I just need time to process things before I'm able to talk about them. I'm not somebody that is very fast with processing my emotions. I need a lot of time. I haven't really been brought up with knowing how to do that, so. And then also the legal stuff, right? Like I don't want to do anything that could jeopardize me coming to the States for conventions or me working on my visa or I really do hope that one day we'll be able to tell you more details without fear of, you know, getting sued and things like that. Then again, who knows, maybe at that time I would have been so over the situation that I wouldn't actually want to revisit it and reopen the situation. I'm not sure. But one thing for sure is I am so grateful. Like I said, I think the reason I'm feeling so emotional about it today, oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry, I'm so sorry, is because during the convention, so many momos came up to me during San Japan. Sorry, I'm actually gonna cry. Wait. Oh God.
Oh.
During San Japan, so many momos came up to me and just said like, "Hey, I know you haven't been streaming for a bit, but I understand. Like, I get it. It's been so hard, and I get you. And whenever you want to do it again, we're here for you." And it just felt so. I felt so seen. I felt so like, you know.
Aww.
And so many momos were like, "I love it whenever you do stream. I love it whenever you do stuff. Thank you." Oh, that's hold on. I'm gonna wait to do this boss for a second because I'm too emotional. But yeah, everybody was just so understanding and so nice, and people were like, "Hey, I came to this convention specifically to have a meet and greet with you, so I could tell you how much I appreciate you."
Wait,
and
that's so
just,
cute.
Yeah, it was a really hard time, and
like
I hope that one day.
There's so many awful shit that like often gets talked about in the VTubing industry, but what I always tell everybody when they don't know about VTubing and I try to explain to them like what it's about, one thing I always say, and that is so true, is that dudes, the fans are so supportive. Like there is not a community that is more supportive than VTubing. Like obviously it's a hyperbole, but like they're there for you. They're there for you and they're so cool.
I'll be able to go into more details, but I can't right now until more stuff comes out, and you know. But yeah, it means a lot to me, all the folks that came by just to tell me something so nice. I felt like so many people were just like, "Hey, we get it, and we see you struggling, and take your time," you know, and so many people were like, "Hey, we've seen you get through so much stuff before," and oh my God, sorry, the amount of people who said that they really admire and look up to my resilience, and I was like, oh man, why the fuck did I name myself resilient? Now I'm going through all of this, you know. Oh, but yeah, I'm telling you, like the convention today and Friday made me so emotional. No, Professor, you and everybody else did so much. Don't worry. You and everybody did so much, and like I said, I'm sorry that I'm not able to talk about things just yet. And even though I had the support of like, you know, my friends and my family and the girls and stuff like that, I still felt like things were so unfair and they didn't make any sense. And I was just so like, I felt really isolated in that because I told, obviously, you know, the other girls and asked them to make their own conclusions and asked them to, you know, to get lawyers to review their contracts and make sure they get paid on time and all that fun stuff. But I will tell you this one thing. I didn't do it, but there was a few times when I talked to Giga and I was like, I don't want to hurt the other members, but I would like for people to see my situation. And I was very close a few times. And then, you know, WB would talk to me about it and my lawyer, and they were like, don't do this. Don't do this. But I was very close a few times to just being like, that's it. I'm breaking my NDA. Here's all my emails. Because I felt like people saw a side of the old staff. Well, the old boss, I should say. I should not include staff
I don't know who WB is.
And they saw him in such a good way. And I had conversations.
Yeah, we all did. We were so fooled by them.
In my stuff. And that was such a different person. And I was like, I just wish people saw this. But yeah. I mean, you never know, right? Like if this stuff goes further and let's say this...
She's talking about WME? I thought she said WB, so I was like confused. But yeah, WME is her secondary agency. That could be that.
Stuff ends up going to court.
But it's not a B.
I might have to, you know, show my emails and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't talk about it earlier. I don't know how to talk about this stuff, and whenever I'm hurt or whenever I'm in pain, I deal with it alone, and then when I'm better and I'm able to like talk about it, I just, seeing everybody this weekend made me so happy. And just hearing how much people care about not just me, but the other VShojo members, it made me so happy. And thank you, everybody. That's all I have to say. Just thank you for being here. I'm sorry for crying today about this. I just...
And the music isn't helping.
I think today, and like yesterday, the meet and greet just made me so emotional. And, you know, then I had a talk with Oscar about just some of the things I want to do with the girls and sorry, I need a minute. Yeah,
She's coming out with a documentary for the convention and wants to include the Momos helping out. Really?
One day, you know, I can tell you more about it. Unfortunately, if I do tell you more about it, that probably means that like stuff will have escalated and we'll be needing to do stuff, but
wow.
I'm sorry that I'm taking a long time to feel better about this. I promise you I'm working on it. I promise you I've been going to therapy, I've been journaling, I've been trying not to crash out at my friends, right, about this stuff, but it was really, really rough, and I'm so grateful that people really stick with me, and I'm sorry that you look at some people like Michi who is able to go through something and then just jump on and stream for a whole month straight. That's not me, and the stuff that was going on with me, that I can't. So I'm only now like getting back into it, and I'm telling you, like, the amount of times I was like, I can't stream, I'm gonna burst out crying, I'm gonna, you know. And again, reminder, like, I was so scared to just say, like, imagine, like, I'm streaming and I'm just like, oh yeah, Gunrun's not that good of a guy, you know, or like people like, oh, Gunrun, and I'd be like, ugh. Like, I was just so scared I'd accidentally blab anything or reveal anything about anything like that. But I'm telling you, like, for a while, I thought I was going crazy. And thank God, sorry, I'm gonna, thank God.
This part is insane too. She's like, I thought I was going crazy. Like, they were gaslighting her. Like, everybody was like, no, there's no problem. You're the one that's wrong, which is kind of similar to what like the other girls went through when they left the VShojo, Silver, Nianners, and Vebe.
God for a lot of the VShojo girls. Thank God for lives. Thank God for my parents. Thank God for my lawyer, and thank God for WMB's lawyer. Because I was like, I am crazy. Like, there's no way. Like, what is going on? I am like, I genuinely thought I was losing my mind at some points, because I was like,
wow,
there's no way. Like, nothing makes sense. And I was so confused, and now it makes sense. And I wasn't crazy, and I wasn't wrong.
She wasn't wrong.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
She must feel so vindicated now.
I really hope nobody is ever in a situation where like that. I sincerely don't wish it on any of you. I really sincerely hope you are never in this situation, Momos. And if you ever are, something...
No, I understand how she feels. Like, I mean, because I've been through similar... Oh shit, sorry, door. I gotta open the door. Yeah, as I was saying, I understand how she feels, because when you keep having people repeat to you that you're wrong or say that you're lying and things like that, at one point you start questioning yourself. And then when you see that other people are defending you and agreeing with you. It's not about wanting to be right or wrong. You just start being like, oh my God, I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one who sees the situation like this. Like other people also see it that way. So yeah, it is kind of like vindicating in a way where you're like, oh my God, I'm not like, I was starting to doubt myself. So I get what she's saying.
I have learned, and this is so hard. This is the hardest part of this, and I hope you also get this lesson, okay? You need people to make their own conclusions, and that's really, really hard. Like, just because I say something to the other members or I tell them something, yes, I want them to trust me and believe in me, but at the same time, I never want anybody to follow me blindly. And unfortunately, in my case, it was like, you know, if I told them something, old boss would tell them something as well. And it just felt like I wasn't getting through. And I'm so... I felt so crazy. I'm telling, like, at one point, I didn't want to stream because I was like, I started Googling symptoms of like schizophrenia and stuff because I was like, there's no way that
what
this,
the fuck?
Clearly I must be going crazy because there's no like
Oh my God, she legit thought she was like maybe I'm hallucinating and this is all in my mind. That's wow. That blows my mind.
I legit thought I must have been losing my brain.
Yeah, that's some serious emotional damage they gave her.
Because
it's one thing to have fans and audiences disagree with you, but also probably what hurt her is that like her other colleagues and friends also, she wasn't getting through to them. They were probably saying like, we believe you, but this isn't happening to me. Maybe there's miscommunication. I don't know.
Like I said, I'm not good at like talking about stuff. Like I really needed to process everything. And I just also didn't want you to worry. I know that it would make more sense if I just explained to you where and why I'm feeling down and why, but I feel like I don't want you to worry about me.
I gotta plug my phone.
I just know that like with my friends,
it's a gift up.
Because I'm somebody that like gets through stuff and does a lot of stuff, I'm very independent. When my friends worry about me, they worry more because I'm somebody that doesn't typically like get into trouble, that doesn't like have bad stuff, you know, like. And because of that, I feel like I always worry that people are going to worry about me more. And especially for you all, I really was so worried that you'd all be able to tell. First of all, you'd all be able to tell I'm not doing good. And second of all, I didn't want you to worry about it and just be like, why is she not doing good? Did I do something? Is it, you know, is she unhappy? But please, just, I have learned so much. And I will say though, I've been holding this in for a long time, and I want to add one more thing before I hopefully stop talking about this, because I want to say that is really important, and it's something that I acknowledged in therapy, and I got really, really hurt this year, and admitting it does not make me weak and does not make me bad, and I'll get over it. I'll be a little bit off, you know, off my rocker for a little bit. I'll be a little bit like more, you know, bad, but I will be good again. But wow, like I don't want to downplay it, and it was really bad.
Jesus.
And just please remember, Momos, number one, oftentimes people leave traces and a pattern of behavior.
Okay.
And it sucks if, you know, things are happening to you, but they're not happening to other people. I understand that people maybe thought that it was just a one-off for me. That maybe people thought that, I don't even blame some of you online, right? I'm sure, and I know this because I saw the YouTube videos and the comments, and it was like, she must have done something wrong. There's no other explanation. She must have done something wrong. And like, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't break my contract. I didn't do this, no. But it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter because it's me versus public opinion.
Yeah, we thought it. We didn't think she did something wrong. We just thought she wanted to handle the merch stuff. But I know a lot of people believe that she broke her contract. For the fans, I think a lot wanted to believe there was hope in the agency space after Niji shit show. I know I wanted to believe it. Yo, you're so right on for this. I wanted to believe it too. I think we all wanted to believe that there was like, well, you know, VShojo was supposed to be the like ex-corpo heaven. We used to say they'd be resurrected in heaven and go retire there. Like, they were supposed to be the good guys. They were supposed to defeat the Sith, not join them.
But I really just...
But yeah, when Matara jumped out, that's when the suspicions against VShojo started.
Told myself. I knew...
It was like a chain of events.
Obviously, I think nobody knew.
But there's more info in the following clips that I'm gonna show you guys that Matara talks about. And then more info about how many people knew in the industry, but no one said anything. And it's crazy how many people knew. But somehow, none of these people ever spoke to each other.
No, I don't think anybody knew about the charity stuff. That's crazy. Like, not, but I just trusted. Like, it's hard to explain, but I was like, I feel so crazy. And I feel like everything is bad, but I just have to trust that the way my situation happened, that things will keep happening. Because there's no way that something like this is just a one-off.
Right.
And, you know, then I started hearing that some other people had similar issues and things like that, and previous members. And I was like, I just have to trust. Like, what happened to me is unfair and it's bad, but I just have to trust that it will. And it happened. And when it finally happened, I wasn't even able to acknowledge it and appreciate it because all my friends and I were so hurt. Like, just to be clear, I'm not, you know, even though I had left a few months ago, I still am like, you know, there's a lot of things that take forever. So even when it happened, I wasn't able to be like, so many people messaged me, by the way, being like, wow, you were right. Or like, I can't believe you said that. Oh my God, like, you clocked this ages ago. You said that, you know, but...
It's a gift sub, it's a gift sub, it's a gift sub. It's a gift sub,
I couldn't even appreciate it because of just everything and everybody. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the hype train. I appreciate it. I think I have to go offline. I'm sorry. I started talking about this and... Allegedly, by the way. I know Mouse said about it, but allegedly. I don't know if it's true, right? Like, just to be clear, everything I'm saying here is alleged.
What's she gonna say?
Know, so sometimes I wonder if I'm really a positive person or if I've just been through so much shit that I know that things are gonna, like, I've been hurt so much and I know that eventually it doesn't hurt anymore. And I've used the example, when my dad died, it hurts so much every day. And now I can just think of my dad and it's just a situation. Like, it's just, obviously it's not some guy, but like...
That's sad.
It doesn't hurt to think about it. And eventually, nothing hurts anymore. And I know I'm gonna get to that place where things aren't gonna hurt anymore. And I'm just not fully there yet. But I promise you I'm working really hard on it. I promise you I am working really hard on it. And I'm trying to use this time while I have a lot of sadness. And also, I'll be honest, a lot of spite.
Dude, it's rough hearing her sad. Rima, you have to let Chad go. The accident was 3 years ago. We're not here. Thank you, Charlie.
I have a lot of spite. I think initially it was spite, and now it turned into sad. And I keep bouncing between spite and sadness, but I'm trying to use it positively to get good things set up for me and some of the girls and other people. But I just thank you, everybody. And you know the worst too, like, I hope that none of you deal with things like on a super public scale, because it's hard.
Damn.
It feels really vulnerable and open to be. It feels like I'm bleeding and everybody can see it, right? And I can't really even talk about it. That's how it felt. That's how it felt before the VShojo news dropped.
Yeah, you feel like powerless.
But, you know, when I got decoupled, it felt like I couldn't do anything and I couldn't talk.
Like, people think when you get a big platform and you're popular and you got a lot of big numbers under your name that you have so much more influence, that you have so much more power. But really, like, it plays against you so hard in situations like this. You really feel powerless
about anything, and I just had to like keep going and put a smile on my face and keep doing stuff and just
it almost feels like the bigger you are, the less you can speak, the less you can talk, the more easily every single person will try to pick on you or spread lies about you, because it's a very fragile industry.
Then, you know, I still feel sad and I still feel hurt, I still feel angry. I will say this, I already feel my fortunes are changing. The problem though is I think this has really broken my trust in people even more.
Jesus.
I am somebody that wants to like people, and I do, and I want to see the best in people, and I do, but it really now makes me, and it sucks because I'm in this industry and I want to make friends and I want to talk to people, and I just, you know, one of the reasons I cried today was just everybody was so amazing to me at the meet and greet, and I just felt so seen, I felt so understood, and I just knew from like my recent therapy sessions and all the momos today and Friday that talked about this stuff, I just knew that eventually I'd have to talk to you about this, and I didn't know how, and I didn't think it was going to be today, but that's kind of the bad thing about me, and the good thing is when I'm ready to do something, it just pops.
Okay.
But thank you.
That's what he said. All right, so that was the first clip. And then there was a collaboration with Pia Pie where they had a Minecraft collab, where she speaks about this a little more. It's almost like she kind of hints.
Are you gonna go back?
Oops. She kind of hints that she was fired because of this, because she knew and she came in and there like guns blazing. She says something like that. Let's watch it.
Yeah, I want to go back this year.
Me too! After TwitchCon, I really was like, I want to go.
Oh.
Yeah, things got kind of crazy this year. My Offkai was not the most stellar, but it had nothing to do with Offkai.
I just, again, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, of
Thank you
course.
so much.
Yeah.
You, like, every day that passes is a day that I feel less crazy for the stuff that I've brought up. And the only reason I was made to feel crazy was because of G-Man. So, here we are.
The crowd scare me.
Thank you. Have a good night yourself, and I'll see you later on Critter SMP.
Yeah, we will. Bye, Pookie.
Bye-bye. Bye, Senpai. Well, I'm going to jail. Well, bye, guys. This is my last stream. It was nice knowing you.
So that's it for the Pia stream, I believe. And then there is another VTuber who she collabed with, and this clip is a little longer, but it's very interesting. This is with Nio Speedy.
I don't know who told, but at Offkai, Barry, me, and Tori were like at a Airbnb, and we were like dooming because we were like, haha, like what if we don't get to debut? Haha, that would be off.
Wait, I watched the entire stream with PFP, went on for hours. Her talk with Mata so much was said. So the part that I show is at the end of that hour.
And we were like, well, I heard that all these talents are going to graduate, but maybe we'll still get to...
Oh, it wasn't listed because of all the alleged stuff that was said. Man, you should have taken Spark notes. It's all right, though. I think they're going to repeat a lot of the stuff in here.
Debut, right? Haha, it's not going to be the same without them, though. I'm very sad. You were one of the people that we were really sad. We were like, oh, no. But like we were really sad, and we were like, oh, but like I'm sure it'll be fine. But then Barry said, okay, but like, have you heard about the charity money? And we were like,
Okay.
what? And she was like, pretty sure it's a rumor. And I was like, okay, guys,
What?
look, we're dooming, but there's no way.
What?
Like, guys, come on, we're getting conspiratorial.
Is it me or is it super quiet? I'm going to put the audio, the desktop audio to the max. Is it good for you guys, the audio? I put it to the max.
I might have to talk to my lawyer.
Oh.
Like,
well.
Matara is like, I might have to talk to my lawyer. Like, this is a truth nuke. At, when did this happen? Yesterday. Every day, they're just learning new stuff. And what the fuck? There's, Yuji and Chozo kissing here. What the fuck?
We already were. I don't know how.
No. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm not. I just. Okay.
Yeah, we already knew.
This is like late night. Obviously, we're live and everything.
Oh yeah.
So you need to understand. Allegedly, maybe if I found out something similar, I found it out at around Anime Expo. And I was a woman scorned. I walked into every room burning fire and rage.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody has to fucking listen to me. What the fuck? And I did hear in the future that there's been a few people that were like, I don't know, Matara made me feel a little uncomfortable because, you know, she was like talking smack about VShojo a little bit. And then 2 weeks later, the big stuff comes out.
And to fucking hear that there were rumors about this before, so that when I was talking all my shit, some people must have heard.
I don't know where we knew it from.
But you need to understand, and obviously, like, I don't want to get too into it because my lawyer would be having an aneurysm by this conversation.
Allegedly,
But,
obviously,
like,
all this is an alleged conversation.
A big thing that a lot of the talents have told me was like, Matara, I'm sorry, I just don't understand how you read the stars and foresaw the future where maybe VShojo was not doing things very kosher. And I was like, it's not my intuition. I've just worked jobs before. And when I said, hey, can I get my paperwork? And you just didn't give it to me for a long time.
Yeah.
So
True. I feel like a lot of these agencies, they get away with shit because these is people's first jobs, or they don't have a lot of job experience on the market. So your expectations are a little bit lower, or you're a little bit sloppier on doing things, or you're young. Like, I didn't really do this whole paperwork thing until maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It takes time to get there. So I think a lot of VTuber agencies kind of prey on that and play on that lack of knowledge.
you need to understand, I felt crazy.
I mean, understandably.
So it's so crazy to me that, like, Okay, this is another reason why I felt crazy. This is one thing some of the fans don't know. The talent knew nothing. The only reason some of us knew stuff is because I have a lot of friends from many, many years. Maybe, you know, there were things being shared to big companies because maybe they were like, hey, can we get some money or things like that. So then I would hear about it because maybe I had a great relationship with people. Like, hey, did you hear that, like, there's no money?
That's interesting. You see, so because she has a lot of connections in not only VShojo, but with other, like, all around the industry, she was hearing rumors from the Grapevine, probably because VShojo was soliciting other people, like, for money. You guys saw that they were looking for a buyer, like, two months before everything imploded. So this could very well make sense.
I was like, that's really weird because I'm supposed to be getting paid. Oh.
Yeah, it was
hearing that you guys
very weird
like,
time.
knew about this around.
So, the weird thing was, and I've said this so many times
about this, but like that you
I've
guys
said
had
this
like
so many
inklings
times.
about this.
No.
Crazy to
The
me.
weird thing is, and I've never been able to understand why this is how it is. But the assembling of me, Barry, Tori, and then the fourth person, somehow we just had every piece of knowledge. And it was insane because we were finding out that VShojo talents were finding out after we found out. And I was like, how did we know all of these things?
And this is me. I'm sorry, lawyer man, if you read this later.
Dude, this is why the agencies don't want you to talk to other people in your agency. But you should always do it anyway. How can it be so difficult to not be shady/evil? I don't get it, Inubatan. It really shouldn't be.
I have had many of the girls where I was like, they were like, you were the only person that ever told me that we had no money. And I was like, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I mean,
like, you guys need to understand, like, maybe allegedly a lot of people quit. I could only imagine for what reason they quit. But nobody knew that there was no money until the very end. But maybe some people did know and tell other people.
I feel like after this conversation, we may have a very interesting conversation with
Dude,
later.
I need to talk to you about this because this is crazy.
There might be a very interesting
I
conversation
need to talk
we had
to you about
later.
This is so crazy. I'm legit
Way too
just
dang
like,
chickens.
I'm legit like, no, you need, okay, so you know the fourth person?
Yeah.
One of the reasons I got like a little bit of flack was because you know, around Anime Expo, I literally like ran to their friends and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I found this out. And like, if this is true, if allegedly this is true, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
And also, I have no reason not to think that this is not true.
Yeah.
Based off everything else.
Yeah.
And the fact that like, you guys potentially knew way before we did. And by the way, like, the worst part is I fully believe it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's crazy.
I'm having
I think because
I'm having some trouble hearing like the tail end of what Matara just said because she's kind of quiet. And the volume's at max right now. But some interesting stuff going on in here.
kind of, I don't know.
I don't know if the fourth is
There's
meant.
a lot I can't say right now.
Yeah, don't worry.
But
We
like,
can change
it's
topic.
just,
We
it's
can
just,
change
it's
topic.
just insane. Yeah, it's
But
just
you
insane.
like, you need to understand. Last year, I thought I was schizophrenic. I actually went to doctors because in my head I was like, why is nobody believing me?
That
What is
explains
going
it.
on?
So the first time I met you, was at that party, the concert, right? And
So you
remember
know
at the
exactly.
time,
Wait. Sorry,
Yes.
my headphones. Give me one moment. My
Yeah, go
headphones
for
are.
it, go
Let
for
me
it.
let me refresh my headphones. Give me one moment.
Pop. Sorry, Nayo.
It's fine.
Welcome to the. Yeah.
Is when
So-
I found out.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot because when I met you, I was like, haha, so I've been hearing things, and you were like, bet you have, and I was like, haha, because I was not sure at the time because we had heard that rumor, but I was like not sure, and then you were kind of just like, you were like, everything is really fishy, and Gunrun was there.
I know.
And I actually, after I had talked to you, and you were really, like,
I'm
I
sorry
get
I
it
was
now
so
because you were
shifty, but like you
no,
get
you were
it
really
now, like
you weren't. I don't want to use the word manic, but you were really intense.
I was.
And I was
But
like, why is she so intense? She's probably known about this as long as I have. I've known about this
No.
for a month. I was like,
And
so
you need
why
to
is she so manic now?
I was manic because I had A found out that night, but B, that word
That's
you used
crazy.
manic. So
That's
obviously
crazy that the new gen knew way before the talents. Yeah, dude, the Minecraft sounds are so annoying. Oh, I thought the fourth member referred to someone who hasn't actually come forward. I think that makes more sense than Minto.
friends with a lot of people in the industry.
Yeah, yeah,
After
yeah.
that night, I had so many talent be like, I heard you were manic. I heard you were crazy. And I was like going to my girls being like, girls, it's because I found this out. And they were like, that
These are the new VShojo talent. Not, I don't know about her, but I know Pia P was one of them.
there's no, you're
We're
crazy.
supposed to be.
I was like,
How did we know? How did we know a month and a half before? Oh my god.
A month and a half before.
Yeah, we knew, and we were like, oh god, like, real talk. When we found out about it, like for real, was way before any announcements. And we found out about it from like an actual staffer just told us straight up everything, and we were like, oh no, you
Really?
shouldn't have told us. But anyway,
which is crazy because like, what if allegedly there was a talent who was like, hey, I haven't been paid for a while, can I get paid? And then maybe allegedly they got let go, and then other talent were told that they were hard to work with. Allegedly. And then people were like, oh, okay, well, sucks to suck. Yeah, you haven't been paid, but like, I'm fine. And I was like, you don't understand. If they haven't paid me, they're not going to pay any of you. Like,
yeah.
It's not an accident.
Yeah. Well, it was so, I don't know. Oh my god. I'm like losing track of even where I am, like with my thought process.
I'm so sorry
Crazy.
that you met me so manic.
No.
You to
At
understand.
the time, yeah.
I was like, I do not blame, just to be clear, I do not blame anybody but Gunrun, or, sorry,
Yeah.
wrong word. The higher up staff was very good at convincing the girls that I was just a crazy drunk white woman.
Wow.
And any, like, allegations that I might pose, or anything that I might be like, hey guys, I'm thinking this is a little fishy. It
Dude,
was, I'm going against.
Not gonna lie, guys. I don't think she's even building anything. She's just keeping close to the noisemaker so we can't hear the other girls' conversation. I'm getting annoyed. I wanted to add something on the VShojo thing. There is a pattern of behavior with VShojo spreading rumors about people behind their backs and other talents that want to leave the agency or that are whistleblowing. They did the same thing to Neanners and Silvervale and Vebe. This is wild. It's a pattern.
It's the company. And I'm a bad egg. And I do not blame anybody for believing that. But
Yeah.
that was really rough.
I mean, I've said this on stream a couple times, but when we found out for real what was happening, when we were told like, oh yeah, all this money's gone, and because we knew for a bit, and when I found out, we had talked with this guy, and then we went to a separate private VC, and I've said this before, but I said to Barry and Tori, I said, when people find out about this, not if.
Yeah.
When people find out about this, if they know that we were like, oh, I still want to debut or anything like that, like, God. And I said, this is going to be the saddest thing I've ever said in my life. I said, but I hope VShojo dies because I don't want to have to pick between my dream and my morals. Like, this is fucked up. I was like, this whole situation is fucked up. And I was just like, it was, oh man, that was...
Jeez.
Like, I'm feeling better now. Obviously, it's been several months. It's still shitty, but like, man, that was like the most, like...
I know that this is going to get clipped to hell. So
Yeah.
I just want to add this for whoever fucking clips this.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
will forever have ultimate respect for Giga and Zentreya for doing the right thing. Not everybody can do the right thing according to contracts. Not everybody can do what needs to be done because contracts are different. But Giga and Zentreya allegedly did what had to be done. And they went against the fucking machine. And
they went against the fucking machine? Wait, I wonder what she's referring to. It's gotta be more than just leaving.
I want to be clear, just because some people did not go against the machine does not make them bad. right? People were allegedly told different things.
Yeah.
And it was hard for them to take my side because as you met me and you thought I was manic, right?
Yeah.
My friends were told crazier things than that, right? Like, you know, previous talent have said in the past that like they've been talked shit about.
No, the machine is VShojo in her allegory. She's like, they went against the machine. They went against, you know, the higher ranking officers.
By staff. Wouldn't it be safe to assume that something similar happened in my case? You know, I'm just putting that out there. But I will forever give so much credit to Giga and Zentreya. If they hadn't done what they did, I could have been made a really bad scapegoat. Because you know that, like, we now know, allegedly maybe, that there wasn't any money for a little bit of time. But, you know,
Seems to be the case.
Could have been,
Yeah.
I could have been maybe
fair
made a
assumption,
scapegoat
maybe.
or something, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You blew my mind. It's like, you don't understand. Like, I mean, I have cried. And this is the biggest thing that, like,
Silverveil, Vebe, and Neanners became weird about streaming collabs, likely because of the extremely strict exit NDAs they had to sign. Oh my god, you're totally right. Did you notice a shift after when they left, that they were collabing less? Probably they were afraid of accidentally saying something. Jacob, I am reminded of what Armchair has said about this. You can't talk about any of these things unless it's at these cons. No one is upfront, and it makes me wary. Why am I wary on Melody to this day? This is something you're saying, or Armchair? I think people are more comfortable to talk about these things at cons because they're face to face, and it feels like you can trust somebody a little bit more. Also, it's not in writing and stuff. I think people should start like sending each other, you know, letters and then burn them after, you know, very Baroque style. When the the content of the letter is too sensitive to not burn.
really hurts me about the audience, and I don't blame the audience for this because they only go by what they know. But my parting message,
Like the letter would be, watch out for Gunrun. He's behind everything. Burn the letter.
made me look very bad. Let's be honest. I very clearly went out of my way to say that they chose to terminate with me. Why would I do that? That's really embarrassing. Why would I take this fucking L? That's fucking cringe.
Yeah.
But I did so because I thought it was important. And I remember Barry had messaged me at that time. And I was like, Barry, I cannot legally talk to you, but maybe if your lawyer and my lawyer can get together, there's maybe things we could, like, there's a lot of things I cannot, you know?
Yeah.
And I just thought, like, you know, what can I do to...
Yeah. That's crazy. The whole situation is crazy. Everything's crazy. And it's still crazy. And people are like, get over it. I'm like, I would really love to. Maybe when I pay off all these lawyers, I'll get over it. But, like, until then, I think I won't get over it. I'll just keep living my life.
Lawyers. It's the opportunity cost. The fact that, like, my average
I mean, for us, for the auditioners, like, look, everybody has different challenges. Well, I mean, it's like, okay, so I feel
Sorry, Neo.
no,
It's fine.
I feel like this is like the come to Jesus moment.
It's just like
I feel like everybody has. Yeah, I wish fans understood.
I feel like she doesn't give a fuck about their conversation. Hika, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Thanks for your generosity.
Sorry. She's gone. Drinking the tea. Mata, much love. Yeah, much love. Weba. Oh, welcome back.
I keep forgetting that if I don't have, that it leaves me out of the game. But you guys need to understand, very quickly, the talent didn't know things. People that are not talent knew things. So me, being the fucking extrovert, I knew shit. And I was like, everybody is telling me this shit. I'm telling you guys. And then people were like, well, management told me that you're crazy. And I was like, but like, do you think everybody would lie to me? Do you think everybody outside of this company would lie to me? And the only people who wouldn't lie to me are the staff that like also have to maybe not be truthful.
Yeah.
So like, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The
I
one
think
time being an
it's like
extrovert
it's.
fucking did me.
Oh yeah, I mean I feel you. I mean it's the same. I think there's a lot of information that I also just had through the grapevine because I'm pretty extroverted. But like I think one thing that I really wish that the audience has understood, and I'm just gonna say this now because I think I just really wish that this was out there is that like people like to tribalize a little bit and they like to be like okay, but like what the talents who are in and the talents who are auditioning are going through. Like, like they really shouldn't. I'm like, it's two different things. Like, there's no such thing as the misery Olympics. We can all be miserable and we can all have bad things that are happening to us and they can be different. And it doesn't mean that caring about one side means that you have to, I don't know. Like, I feel like the auditioners got a lot of shit for being like, hey, we went through shit too. And then being like, okay. And I was like, okay, but like
in it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You put your life on hold.
Yeah, but on top of putting our life on hold,
for HoloLive. Like who knows?
Yeah.
What if you could have been a shoo-in for the next gen?
Well, it's like, okay, look, like even though this company is bad and it was bad, there is undeniably something you can get out of joining a company of this size, of this, I hate to use the word prestige because it doesn't last now, but like being able to debut with VShojo, if we had been able to, I think that, things could have been very different. I think that, I'm trying to, this is something that through therapy that I now do, I've come to terms with. It's that, maybe there is a timeline where...
Dude, that's wild that, like, they haven't even debuted with VShojo, guys. They haven't even debuted with them. They got none of the perks of debuting with VShojo. And now, like, POP is talking about lawyer fees and going to therapy, which is also more fees. All they did was lose there. Like, literally, it's just a lose-lose situation.
VShojo did have money, and it was good, and I did debut, and it was amazing, and now... I get to stream full time and I get to do all the things that I want to do. Maybe that timeline does exist. I'm not in it though. And like perhaps this timeline where I did end up in VShojo, maybe, a year from now or 2 years from now, this will be the good timeline. And I find that, like, oh, well, I'm experiencing all these good things, but I just feel like, people being like, oh, you need to move on. Like, you guys didn't even, like, it's different. We're both experiencing very different things. And I'll never understand exactly what Mataro's going through. And Mataro will never understand exactly what we're going through. And that's fine. But, like, I just, as fans, I hope that you would just support all of us and not try to put us into camps. Yeah. Like, please don't do that.
I want to tell you, though, and I mean it, I don't know if this is going to make you feel better or worse. This perfect timeline, this idyllic timeline that you're thinking of does not exist.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. Maybe, allegedly, the problems are here much longer than we realize. And source, just trust me, bro.
Just trust me.
Source?
Every time Matara opens a sentence with maybe, allegedly, everybody sits a little more upright in this chat.
Now that like this place has burned to flame, I've had other people come up to me and be like, hey, maybe I heard somebody being like, hey, I signed on for less salary because maybe a year and a half ago they were in the red.
Oh.
So
many such cases.
So then, like, for example, if I have a talent being like, look, Matara, I think you're lying when you say that they have no money when they told me we have money. But now we're hearing that maybe a year and a half ago they signed somebody for less salary.
Yeah.
Because they were in the red.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's stuff that I can say later and I can't say here. And I think you'll find it interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to steal you. But I do want to let you know, please don't beat yourself over this idyllic VShojo timeline, because there's even stuff about, obviously, that I'm going to tell you in private.
I understand why Matara won't spill, but I really wish some other people did. And I'm surprised that the lawyers believe that the NDA is holding through. But I guess it is. I mean, they know more than me, so I guess we gotta trust their lawyers.
I think there was a lot of deception around new talent joining.
Yeah,
for us.
I think we were very much like the baby to fix the marriage.
But the problem is there was a lot of lies around a lot of things. And I don't know if you girls would have like fit in a good way, not because it was your fault, but because there was a lot of lies. Like, you know, maybe it wasn't lies. Maybe management was just on accident forgetting to share a lot of information with us.
The fuck?
Right, talent first company, it's very normal that we don't know what's happening. But yeah, maybe it's just, you know, I want to make sure I don't get sued. Maybe it was a complete accident that we didn't know a lot of stuff about your gen. Despite having, been responsible for promoting you guys and integrating you guys and being in touch with you guys.
Yeah.
So please don't think that it would have been so idyllic.
Crazy.
No, I'm sure.
I am literally going to call my lawyer tomorrow morning.
She's gonna call her lawyer tomorrow morning. That's today, by the way. Do you guys know that somebody was saw Gunrun doing some Uber Eat delivery or some shit or some DoorDash? Which one was it?
But I am glad we have met each other, and I'm glad that, you know, I've been able to, say hi to people that I really respect.
Yeah, and then somebody else confirmed that they did see him do the DoorDash. And put the fries in the bag, Gunrun.
And, you know,
not AI.
I wish it would have been under better circumstances, but, you know, it
are saving me from so many lawsuits. Because I have felt, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm just crazy manic bitch. You met me and you're like, she's kind of manic.
I did it. You were very animated about it.
You're so valid. You're so valid. But I have felt during this whole situation that every step that I took, everything that I said could have gotten me sued. And, you know, maybe allegedly, if I had found out allegedly that things were bad about the charity things, and I was maybe allegedly telling other people about it, and very clearly maybe allegedly being like, hey, this is just what I heard, but I trust my sources. But knowing that other people knew before that, hey, I can't be the spreader of it if other people spread it before me.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have literally no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a very, I hope that this year's Offkai will be just much better. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm going to kill myself and change the trajectory of everybody's life, and not in Minecraft.
It couldn't be worse. Certainly. Yeah.
You know when, like, I don't know how to explain this. I literally got, like, I went through the fucking ringer. And now that time has passed, I'm finding out that, like, everybody knew.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
So when I, got let go, everybody knew that I wasn't a greedy, dumb, fucking crazy bitch. Everybody could have assumed that, like... Anyway, sorry. The panic is coming out. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's traumatic. The whole experience was incredibly traumatic for everybody. You know? You know what's really funny, though? After, at the party, literally right after I saw you, I don't know if you noticed who was in the drink line, like 3 people in front of you.
Who?
It was Gunrun. And you know what I did after talking to you?
What?
I went up to him and I said, he knew me, so he was like, oh, hey, Pia. But I think Gunrun kept forgetting that I was in VShojo, and also that other people were in VShojo.
Wait, you said this. Was it like you and Barry that mentioned this? Like you kept forgetting that you guys
This was a different time. That was at
That's
Offkai.
so
But
crazy.
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what story you're talking about, but I'll leave that one for right now. But so I walked up to him in the drink line, and I was like, hey, like, how's it going? He's like, oh, hi, Pia. And how's your Anime Expo been? And I was like, well, Justin, I'll be honest, I wish it was going better. And he was like, what? And I was like, I don't know, Justin. I've been hearing things, and I'm a little bit concerned. And he's like, why? And I leaned in really close. I was like, are we going to be able to debut?
Damn, she confronted him. Here's an idea. Someone buy VShojo, like the whole IP and branding and everything, and then do the blue thing where it's one insane person playing all the VTubers. That's so funny.
Or things like that. And he got really nervous and he was like, oh, I think it'll be fine. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
I'll trust you on that.
Lied straight to her face.
I was like,
straight up.
What the hell? Because by then I already knew we weren't debuting. By Anime Expo, I already knew we weren't debuting. And I was like...
Allegedly, I just need you to know that if I knew anybody that had found out about that information at Anime Expo, they legitimately would have told everybody that they knew.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And yes, they have gotten in a lot of trouble about that. But, you know, they knew that nobody else was going to fucking tell anybody.
Yeah.
So, I am letting you know, yes, this is important. This is, like, a big deal.
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I already know this is going to be a huge fucking VOD for the drama YouTubers, but again, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Isn't it important to talk about it? It's literally the reason why we're here now. It's because no one could talk about it. God, caught and called out.
When I talk to you in private and it's just the two of us, like, me being manic, as you explained it that night, please don't take it the wrong way.
Please don't take
no.
I couldn't think of another word, MSL.
I am very aggressive as a person, and I have a very autistic sense of justice. And that was my, oh my god.
That's a funny way to put it. I have a very autistic sense of justice. Yeah, she sees me. I got caught in 4K. I'll take it. It's fine. It's fine. We can make fun of drama tubers. We make fun of ourselves after all. It's not... I can't take myself too seriously or that would be cringe. And you guys know this.
I was right. I need to fucking ring the alarm bells to everybody. And I do know that I rang a lot of people the wrong way that night. Because a lot of people did not want to believe me. And that's fair. And,
Hi, Alan.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's one of those awkward things where I feel like if maybe I delivered the message softer, if I could have been... I think I lost a few friends that night because I delivered the message a lot harsher.
Damn, that's
than I
sad.
intended to deliver it. But the message was like, "Wake up, idiots! Shit's fucking happening! The house is burning down! Wake up, losers! Let's fight!" You know, it was like, And maybe I could have been like, "Hey, I got something to tell you. Are you the right mind frame to listen to this information?"
God, that was the hardest thing. Was like,
and I should have just And instead, I was like, you know, like
when it came to the auditioner side of things, like obviously the beasties, the monster girls, we just knew a lot of stuff before anybody else, and
I really believe you knew a lot more than we did. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's kind of seeming that way. And like when we ran into the other girls, like the other idol girls, it was so hard just to be like, look, I don't want to mess with your whimsy, dude. Like, just like, guys, I think we need to prepare. I think we need to prepare ourselves. I don't like it. Nothing smells right. Everything smells wrong, and I like it was hard.
I need to just...
Dude, it must have
just
been
in case.
Such a tough decision to decide not to debut with VShojo, that like even if the company doesn't go down, you still can't debut because it would be... But it's your dream. But it's also like, it again, what she said, it goes against all of your principles.
the people that are going to be clipping this, I already know. I need you to know, until the very end, when Mouse posted her video, the current talent that were in VShojo messaged me being like, what do you mean we don't have money? Like, I need you guys to understand that even the last day when Mouse posted that video about like, I am owed a significant amount of money, the talent did not know about this.
You're kidding me.
So please, I promise you.
But they also said that they weren't getting paid. How did they not notice?
Please do not be upset with them.
Wow.
You need to understand. Allegedly, there was a person who brought it up to them, and that person was made to be a bad egg, a crazy bitch, maybe a manic bitch. And
I'm gonna regret saying that word for the rest of my life.
no, but it's so funny. No, but like,
Wait, is she referencing herself? Like was Matara talking about herself here? Like saying she's a manic bitch because that's what Pia called her earlier? Or are they talking about somebody else? Yeah, herself? Okay. I didn't misunderstand it. The Minto post, we'll take a look at that right after this.
you're not the only one who called me that night.
Wow.
So that's why I'm like, you picked the right word. I was manic. And even Michi later when we spoke about it, she's like, your message was good, but it's the way that you delivered it. She's like, because you delivered it that way to so many like soft, sweet people, they thought you were a jerk. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, how else am I supposed to... How else is my friend allegedly supposed to deliver this big message to people? Allegedly.
Disclaimer, all of this is alleged and only happened in fiction.
Okay, I've had this thing my whole life. The longer my life goes, the more vindicated I get every time. I'm telling you, this has been my story all my life.
If someone came at me yelling that I should quit my job now, I would also be like, chill. Yeah. You gotta go about it like, yo, I heard some really awful news and I'm really concerned. Can I talk to you? I think I should share this with you. So you should check your own stuff and take a look at your finances. But I get that she was under deep emotional stress. Too many blindly trust and become unaware of the things around them all up until it was too late. Yeah, maybe they just didn't check their accounts or funds until they were like, oh shit, what about my pays? Am I all balanced out on the pays they owe me? And then that's when they check maybe and they realize like, what the fuck? I'm missing so much money.
Every single time. And I'm just like, damn, why can't I be vindicated today? Why do I have to get vindicated tomorrow?
Allegedly, the word allegedly will and always will be your best friend. Allegedly.
Alright, I have to hop off. I gotta go get dinner stuff.
Sorry for stealing the combo. I really
I'm
apologize.
so sorry.
It's okay.
I do want to say, obviously, like, at this point, if any of us get sued, it's going to be much harder. So one of the reasons I was so careful before is if I got sued, I'd be alone. Now if I get sued, like,
oh god,
it's a lot more of an open book and like a lot more people will be scared, right? Like before it's like, oh, you're on your own, buddy. But now if I get sued, everybody else will be like, wait, we need to make sure you don't get sued because a lot of us can get sued.
Okay.
So it's a very different story nowadays than before.
Fair.
But
Alright, I'm gonna hop off. I wasn't sure if you were saying something to me, so I was like, what? I got super confused, sorry. Sorry, I'm dumb. Okay, bye! Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think that's it for this. But wow, how crazy. And I know Matara mentioned stuff about the clipping, but I do feel like since her graduation was already so publicized and all the channels like mine, you know, everybody spoke about it, isn't it only fair that her clarifications are also talked about, you know, showing her side of the story and not just VShojo's side or the speculation side. And yeah, the centipede girl is Nayo. Okay, next I'm gonna bar these out because we've been through these. Then there, I'm not sure what came first. Which tweet came first? November 2. There's also that Andrew tweet that was... Okay, I think Matara's tweet came first because that one's at 5 a.m. So she tweeted yesterday saying, a lot of the industry knew of the problems happening within VShojo. The talents were the last to find out. Some of them finding out as late as Mouse's video. This is kind of what she was saying in the VOD. Have some fucking grace for us. I found out some crazy things tonight, and I just need to rehash this back up. So I guess this was at the same time, you know, after the collab, she might have tweeted that. I will forever be grateful to Zentreya and General Giga for doing the things you did. Thank you. If it wasn't for you two, I'm not sure I would have had a career right now. A lot of people start making assumptions and point fingers at talents because we were the face of the company. Meanwhile, we all unknowingly got screwed over. Matara responds, I love you so much. I'm so sorry you came back to all of this. You have suffered so much and you only suffered more with this. Hestia here, I think she was a VShojo JP, right? Hestia? Hug, heart, she says, big love, Hestia. This indie VTuber, Lezu Chan, it still shocks people to find out that the talents, the face of a company, are always last to the table, to be informed, paid, etc. I thought the storm had passed, but it seems we're still feeling the torrents. Hang in there, Matara. And she says here, very ominously, with everything I've been learning, I think the storm might just be starting. I was really afraid of getting sued, but no fucking longer. So there might be a lot more to the VShojo iceberg that we're going to uncover soon. And here I thought the worst that could happen would be charity fraud, but my bad. I guess the VTubing industry will always surprise us. Oh yeah, wasn't there a response to Giga? Oh, there it is. So Giga says, can't tell you how many back-end industry relationships I've had to repair because of how messy things got. The past few months have been very interesting, to put it nicely. And then there's Andrew here QRTing her tweet. He says, and he is, wait. So Andrew is Phoebe's manager that was supposed to be in the Idol Wave. And he says, VShojo planned to pretend to the pre-debuted talents that everything was fine until revealing the truth about their financial a few days before the public. Thank God they learned like a month in advance. We were informed much sooner by good people in VShojo's rank who didn't think it was morally okay to do that to them. And honestly, if you're ever in a position, in a corporation or a job where you are asked to do something that's against your morals, that you think is wrong, that you feel really uncomfortable doing, just say no. They can't force you to do it. You don't want to have to live with that. So these people, they did the right thing. Ultimately, it didn't matter since Iron Mouse's video blindsided everyone on the talent side and the staff side. But the fact that the company knew they were nosediving it, actively wanted everyone to pretend the debuts were still going ahead, still sickens me. We wasted many hours. And this is, man, I fucking hate when bad stuff happens to her, but this is Min Phantom's tweet, okay? And she says, I remember being told first out of the other 2 members in the idol gen about the situation. It truly was, things are fine until one day very much wasn't. And being told that other people advised our then managers to not tell us anything about the situation literally made me sick to my stomach. For what reason? To try and delay the inevitable, maybe? It still doesn't make sense to me because I want to believe it's not something so cruel like them using us to try and scrape any last dollar that they can. I'm still so thankful to the good people who fought for us within the company and helped us out so much with everything. I don't talk much about the situation because I am ready to move on. Sometimes the stress and frustration of it all comes back to me in waves. Even when I first heard the news, I couldn't even process it enough to be upset. I think about how I'm still doing okay right now and how much more horribly the actual other VShojo members were treated. So how could I continue to be upset about it? All I had lost was just my dream. And on that, I'll add that that's still a pretty big loss. I know that all I was lost was my dream is crushing. Somehow, if the things that happen on VShojo will lead to an industry-wide exposure, this year will officially become the year VTubing change. Change for the best, I hope, if that does happen. But at this point, I feel like we were thinking that about Nijisanji too, and it didn't really change anything, did it? I've grown too skeptical, perhaps for my own good. So, Maidman continues here. I had sponsorships, ambassadorships, and even a record label lined up. Talks between companies I had only ever imagined working with. Literally everything that I could have ever wanted was being worked on. And then one day, it was all gone. So crushing. Like, this is so disappointing. This will probably be the last time I talk about this. I have fun things I'm looking forward to in the future as well. I'm also not sure what Matara learned, so please don't ask. I'm just ready for this hell of a year to be over and for me to regain some of my motivation back. Let's keep fighting towards our dreams together. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Maid Mint. I like that attitude. And here's Zoe, which is Rinpen Rose manager, among others. And she also QRT'd Matara and added this. VShojo is on borrowed time was such a running joke between the behind-the-scenes staff types for literal years. Years, not months. Years. It was a thing for so long that it was like watching plot armor on a corporate entity. The people at the top keeping that hidden from those actually generating their revenue right up to the last moment is nuts. I kind of assumed all the time the people inside the company at least were kept in the loop. At least since I got involved in this line of work, VShojo coming up would almost guarantee someone in the conversation throwing out a, yeah, I heard their finances are doing awesome. Sarcasm included in that sentence, by the way. It's sad to note that since at least 2023, it seems more random industry people than talents in VShojo knew how in the red they were over such a long period. Although for sure, I don't think anyone thought it was quite as bad as, well, taking money from certain places. There were a ticking time bomb since 2023. Everybody fucking knew except the fucking talents. Isn't that so insulting? Isn't that so frustrating that none of these people ever told them? They probably assumed that they knew or it was not their place, but it's like, if everybody's like after you or it's not my job, then the lie gets on keeping I will say a sentence in English. I mean, the lie, VShojo keeps the lie up for as long as they did, banking on people not wanting to overstep their boundary, not wanting to step on others people's toes, banking on people, trying to play the polite society stuff. But all of these people that work in corpos behind the scene, they all talk to each other. It's really a wake-up call for new and budding agencies. Do the right thing. Do better. I really hope so, YouTubeborg. Is this a decline of a North American VTuber incorporation scene? I mean, well, kind of, because they were like the biggest there. Now there's only Face Connect, American-wise, and Brave Group is also looking pretty shaky right now on the American side. Yeah, or couldn't tell them for legal reasons or PR at the time. There's a multitude of reasons why this lie has been kept up for so long. And everybody was moved by their own personal reasons. And somehow everything lined up so Gunrun and the upper management staff got to screw over as many people as they could in that amount of time. Isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that wild? This is what I criticize the most. Apparently so many people knew except the actual people involved or even the fans. No one is brave to be the first to spill things, only ever vague post. Yeah, exactly. And as outsiders, it's frustrating for us to see this looking in. Sad stuff. Sad stuff makes you wonder about a lot of things. Yeah. But I guess if there's more stuff that come out about VShojo, I'll keep you guys posted as usually. And we'll keep our eyes peeled on the screen. If you guys want to be the first to know when new stuff drop, we usually talk about them in our Discord server. So make sure to join discord.gg/Rima. And we have a bunch of different channels for different purposes. Very fun. We have a really sweet community. And if you want to support the channel further, make sure to check out my Patreon, patreon.com/RimaEvenstar. Man, I feel like my mood is down now. This was like a sad stream to go through, like hearing Matara cry. This is not even the first time she got fucked over by a corporation. Like, can we give her a break? And the Mint's dream. And Mint is like the... You know she has a heart of gold, you know? There's some people that you just see that. Because it seeps through them. Like, it's... Like, you can tell that Mint doesn't have a single mean bone in her body. So it hurts even more when, like... I call them, like, the pure people. Pure people like that get hurt. Because people like that, they're so rare, you want to protect them. And it doesn't matter who you are or what you've been through. They inspire that sort of protection feeling in everybody. So on the Twitch side, I'm going to be sending you guys to F and Fox. And on the YouTube side to Bonnie Barkswell. Thank you everybody for the subs and stuff. Cass, ooh, thank you for the 9 months. Oh my god. We're pregnant. And thank you everybody for all the super chat and everything. I love you guys. There's also a new Gucci Marks song about Mischief.
Gucci Marks generated this shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave you guys on
was
this.
hurting
I'm
me
gonna
so
go back
bad.
and eat dinner.
Throwing all these plushies. Made me cry, made me so mad. With all these fluffy plushies. Hit harder than you think. Soft, curvy, plushies. Feeling blue, green, soft pink. Rockin' with plushies. Yeah. I manipulated you for years. Cause you threw those plushy bears. smile.
Oh wait, it's so loud. I forgot that. My bad, guys. I forgot that we had to put the volume so loud. Thank you for the gifted YouTube Borg. Oh my god.
Show you that Twitter does actually listen /
All right, bye guys.